Hey Tube, this is a video that I'm doing right now over a video that I already took. So I'm just gonna, excuse me, try and explain it to you right now. So essentially there's something called voice isolation, and it's a hidden feature that if you don't know it's there, it's one of the greatest things. So basically what happens is if you have anybody that calls you and they're in a noisy environment or they're making a lot of noise, cleaning their house. My brother will call me, he's trying to mow his lawn. My daughter will call me, she's smashing pans and stuff like that. So it can get kind of annoying, especially when you're just trying to have a phone conversation. So this audio mode, you have to turn on what's called voice isolation. So I'm going to play this video and allow you to see it in action. I'm just going to kind of talk you through it. So basically what's happening is I'm going to be in a phone call, and you see at the top right, I'm calling myself, it says mic mode standard. So we're going to tap that and change it to voice isolation. And you can only access that if you're in a phone call. That's why I had to make a recording and try and get it to be able to happen. So I'm still in this call, and I'm going to swipe down. I'm not physically right now, and you can see how it still pops up, the mic mode, and you see that voice isolation is turned on. I do it a couple times because I'm trying to see if it's still working. But as long as you're in the phone call, it will still work. As soon as you're out of the phone call, it won't work anymore. So I'm just going to pause the video and finish talking about it. So that's basically it. Essentially, once you turn that mode on, nobody's going to be able to hear everything that's going on in the background, which is great because, like I said, if you have people that call and it's noisy in the background, or let's say you're just driving and you want to have your windows open or something like that, they would hear all the wind noise and everything else. Well, they're not going to hear it anymore. They're just going to hear your voice. It's just the greatest thing since the iPhone came out, in my opinion. And I really like it, and that's why I wanted to make this video for you guys, is because, like I said, most people don't know that it exists. Also, the person has to have an iPhone. It doesn't, I think Droids or whatever, they have some other feature. It's different, doesn't work the same, and you can't access it the same. I don't have a Droid. I don't know how it works on theirs. But for anybody that has an iPhone, I try, and anybody that I'm talking to that I hear a lot of stuff in the background, I always ask them if they have an iPhone, and if they say yes, then I tell them about the feature and tell them how to turn it on, and it makes my life better. And so it's kind of selfish, I guess, but it just makes it a lot quieter. Sometimes you can be on the phone for over an hour, maybe 2 hours, talking to somebody you haven't seen or whatever, or talked to in a long time, and maybe you have to go to the bathroom, right? You have to go pee or something like that, and they're not going to hear any of that. You'll still be able to talk to them. They're not hearing what's going on in the background. You don't even have to tell them you had to go pee. It's just great. You can just go about your life, do whatever you need to do while you're on a phone call with them, and they're not going to get annoyed if you have to do your dishes, or if you're chipping ice, or you're mowing your lawn, or whatever it is. So it's awesome for everybody. So that's the reason for the video, guys. If you like the video, as in all my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Basically what that does is just tells YouTube that you liked it, and it will send it out to other people because it's likable content, and they don't even have to be a subscriber. So they just keep pushing it out. If you leave a comment, I'll get back to you. Like if you have any questions how I did it. Again, I'll just rewind this a little bit so we can see, and you can see mic mode right up there. And voice isolation, I tapped it and it's on. You can only get to that screen if you're on a phone call, and you can see up top, not the very top, but where it says phone, you could see, like, at that time I was in a phone call. I actually have an app on my phone that I can make phone calls with as well, because I couldn't figure out how do I make this video, like, unless I try to call somebody, and then it won't record and all. So that's why I had to create this first, and now I'm doing a voiceover over the whole thing so you can see. But you can only get to that screen by swiping down from the top right. Once you're in a phone call, then you'll see mic mode, and you have to have them turn on voice isolation. Once you turn it on, just leave it on forever. And nobody will hear what's going on in the background every time you call them. And if you have your friends do it, you won't hear all the stuff going on in the background there either. Who needs to hear all that anyways? You will hear voices though. So let's say they're watching TV and people are speaking. You're going to hear that because it picks up voices only. So if there's a kids around or whatever and they're talking in the background, you're going to hear that stuff. But as far as like, noise, like pots and pans or mowing your lawn or whatever it is, you're not going to hear any of that stuff. Wind noise from driving. So just so you know, you can hear other voices in the background. But that's basically it. And that's how you use it, guys. And I hope you like this video. Like I said, leave a comment and I can help if you have any questions or whatever. I usually get back to everybody as soon as I see the notification come in. And please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks, YouTube.